None of us really know. None of us really know.
I know.
No, I know. Perfect timing, Keith.
Keith, what's up?
Your favorite movie of all time. Step 9.
Oh, good.
How is there any other choice than Remember the Titans being number 1?
I'm curious.
I'm spoiling mine, but
Well, let's see. Here we go. Yeah, that's a good, good
I'm
question,
not even
Brian.
done talking.
you shouldn't be talking at this point.
There is easily a possibility that one of those statements is made again tonight because of what we are doing. Hope everyone is doing great out there. Thank you so much for joining us. It is Apocaflix now on Apocaflix Movies. Welcome to our weekly hangout show here on the channel. Talking movies, TV, in this case, video game movies, which we will get into. We'll break down specifically what it all means. I know there's lots of questions about what entails a video game movie, but we will definitely be getting into it because it's a big topic tonight. We're going to be drafting video game movies. We're not drafting characters or, we're not recasting a video game movie. We are drafting movies and seeing who has the best list of movies by the end of the draft. So before we get to everything that we're going to be doing tonight, let's go and see how the crew is doing. I know Gio's waiting on a specific item, so I'll hold off on him for a second because he looks quite busy. I'll go to Jacob Bartley himself. Jacob, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, man. I'm just smirking at Curtis's comment. I'm guessing he's referencing the Lakers hat, which is awesome. But man, I was just thinking about this. There's a lot going on right now, like NBA playoffs with like not only my team in the playoffs, but the Kings are in the playoffs too. So like the city that I live in and my favorite team are in. And then like all these trailers dropping and it's just a lot going on right now. And then also for those who don't know, the newest You book just came out. It's called For You and Only You. By Caroline Kepnes. And so after I watched the You show, I started audiobooking the You books and I became obsessed. So the 4th one just came out today and I'm so excited. I've been audiobooking it to and from work. So a lot of entertainment going on.
How closely do those follow?
The first book is almost exactly like season 1. Season 2 is like half of the second book. And then it just goes off the rails from there. Yeah. Very different. The show's better, I would say. No offense.
Oh.
But the show's better.
Very interesting.
In my
Very
opinion.
interesting. Mr. Brian, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm hungry.
You just stuffed your face, though.
I got all of 3 bites in before I had to jump on. That was me being late. I'm good, though. I'm not ready for this heat. Although I have been fussing with my camera all day because I feel like I can't get the right. I don't know. It's too bright, yet I have like every blind closed. So it's like, I don't know.
Might have too many lights on, my guy.
Can I borrow some of your
I
light,
have 0
Brian?
lights. This is.
I need some light.
Seriously.
Brian, how's the brightness on your display?
That too. It could be your Mac, your computer.
Would that change it?
Yeah. Like this is. Oh, I guess mine's on. Never mind.
Yeah, I literally have my blinds closed and no lights on. And this is still how bright it is.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. A little brighter.
Yeah. Wait, yours didn't move.
Oh, at least from my perspective, it did.
I didn't see a color change whatsoever.
Oh, you know what it is? It's never mind. Go ahead.
All right.
I need to fix my lighting too. I have 3 lamps on, and none of them are. The lighting's not working. It's not working.
Well,
Jake,
do you have it in front of your face?
Jake, get over here. I need your help.
You got to have it at an angle right here.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
See? That's even better.
Better. There we go.
There. Goodness.
You know, it would make it.
Gio turned his off and gave it to you. What the hell? What are you doing, Gio? Okay, now it's just like a light party. Guys, figure your ish out. Goodness.
Light party. There we go.
Good
You know what
Lord.
would make it better, Jacob, is if you would have reminded me not Monday, not Sunday, or today to bring your
Bring your
poster.
poster. I know. I'm terrible. I'll get it one day.
Jake, I was dying after we left on Friday because the last time we all hung out, him and Keith talked for like X amount of minutes about how they're gonna start Bartley and Barnes again, and then the second I walked out,
Did it again?
they did it again. And I was like,
Hey, look.
this is deja vu.
Greatness takes time, okay? You got to be patient. Takes time.
Well, Jacob, you only have so much time, my guy. So much time.
I know.
Gio, how you doing, man? I know you've been a little busy lately, so you hanging in there?
Yeah, work's just been kicking my ass. I mean, like with the playoffs in town and businesses starting to get back into the groove of conventions, it's just been nonstop. And then every time I check my phone today, I feel a little bit depressed because I'm like, man, I want to be at CinemaCon. And
Where is it? I've never heard
Las
of
Vegas.
Las Vegas. Mark my words, I will be at CinemaCon within 5 years. Mark my words, you heard it here right now. So, yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff. I've avoided trailers and all that kind of stuff. I just, maybe later on tonight I'll give it a watch. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. So now I know why I text Gio about a certain trailer and I get no response. Makes sense now. Makes a lot of sense.
I mean, there's 3 other people on this show, Jacob. You can text us too.
Yeah,
I know,
buddy.
But if I text you guys what I said, Gio's. All right, you want to know what I said? I said that Flash trailer almost made me cry. So I don't know if you guys would appreciate it as much as Gio would. That's why.
I saw it at work. Like my friend had messaged me and was like, "This just came out."
Almost made you cry?
Yes, because it looks so amazing. Like,
was it
really
also
does.
the Man of Steel references in there too? And
just I mean, it's a lot of stuff. Like,
it's an emotional story too that they're doing. It's
look, obviously there's a negative element to this film, right? And the negative element to the film that has nothing to do with my positive feelings. It's all the other stuff. It's just Supergirl and Zod and Batman.
The fact that it's not a Flash movie.
2 Batman, like, yes. Like, I don't even care. Like, you could just say DC World. Like, well, the movie. Like, I don't care what the movie's called. It's going to be awesome. Because Andy Muschietti's awesome.
It's the proper movie given the state of DC right now. We will definitely get a Flash movie.
But it really is like
DCU.
The DC movie. Like, that's what it should be called, I think.
The DCEU movie is mentioned.
Yeah, exactly. Finale, right? Yeah.
No, Aquaman finale.
The Aquaman is technically the finale.
Epilogue.
Yeah.
What's the end of the book? Like
the epilogue.
You're the English major.
I got it right.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Well, Jake, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. It's been busy. Busy start to the week. It's good. Brian mentioned it's getting a little bit hotter in Sacramento, so preparing for that. And Gavin and I are good. Everything's going good on our end. Can't really complain about anything major. We're doing good.
Are you ready for 90s from Thursday to Sunday?
I'm gonna be in worse.
What?
I'm going to Palm Springs, and I'm going into the hundreds.
You're going to Palm Springs?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Dude,
You're gonna
it's
go
regular
party
110
it up.
there. Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to the 100. We checked. It's supposed to be no lower than 98 all weekend. So, and it's hundreds on Friday, Saturday, I believe. So we're going for Stagecoach. My mom bought Stagecoach, which if you don't know what Stagecoach is, it's basically the country version of Coachella.
Okay.
And my family got tickets a long, long, long time ago. And so we're going as a family.
Why are you going?
Yeah. Because like I said, it's a family event and the family is going. And so we'll be there Thursday to Sunday. And so I'll be in much hotter weather than Sacramento. So not too worried about it.
Good luck.
But yeah, no. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, all right. Look, a little bit of a different show tonight, everybody. We're not running through a bunch of news per se. We're doing a little bit of a different style. We have the fantasy movie draft a little bit later in the evening. And just to kind of break down in terms what that is, if you play fantasy sports, fantasy baseball, fantasy football, etc., we're just doing a draft. We're doing a draft like we have done on this channel before, hanging out and drafting. Typically, we do like characters and we kind of pose like, oh, this is a dinner party or action heroes or whatever. We're simply just doing video game movies. And it's kind of the perfect time with both Super Mario and Dungeons and Dragons both out in theaters right now. We can kind of step back into the world of video game movies and talk about them, draft them, hang out, and see who has the best team at the end of the night. Now, I'm sure everyone's wondering about criteria and all of that. It's very, very simple. It's video game movies or game movies. So things like Dungeons and Dragons, which is technically a board game, it falls under video game movies. That's the genre that has been created for films like this, stories like this. And there's also a lot of other stuff that can fall into this category. You have The Last Starfighter, you have war games, you have Tron, you have stuff.
So, like, just to clear things up, so like Free Guy and Wreck-It Ralph count?
100%.
Okay.
100% they count. They're definitely video game movies.
Got it.
And we'll get more into it when we get there. No TV shows, Gordon. We're not doing TV shows in this sense. We're just sticking to movies.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so and also just up top, no movie watching challenge tonight. That'll be a little bit later on in the week. Brian has had quite busy time over the last week or so, hasn't been able to get to his movie, so we'll get to that a little bit later on, and he'll be challenging someone on that separate video, which you'll see here in just a few days, not a little bit, but a few days. And so before we get to the draft, because we want to get Keith in here as well, what we're going to do tonight is, instead of talking about CinemaCon and just going straight into a news bit, which this segment could very well be from CinemaCon, not sure. You're going to be seeing a lot more of this on the channel. One of us is going to have the duty of bringing up some sort of topic each week. Now, we can be posing a question to the crew regarding a character, a movie, a series, something in the movieverse. We can talk about a news article that came out. We can talk about a trailer that came out. It's up to that person to bring up whatever that person wants to bring up. The rest of the crew does not know ahead of time. So it's really on just straight out the cuff, bringing up a topic, discussing it for about 15 minutes or so. Very much how we would, in person, which we had a little bit of a get together last weekend, and it kind of spiraled into me thinking about this and bringing it to the show. So tonight, the inaugural version of this has been given to one Gio Ramos as he sips his very ice cold beer. So Gio, take it away, man. What will we be talking about for the next 15, 20 minutes? I'm interested if it's a topic, a question, a trailer, or whatever it is that's rumbling around in your head. Go ahead and bring it up, man. What are we getting to?
First off, pop quiz. I'm going to say a line to a movie. You guys guess the movie. Ready? Now come on in here and get yourself something cool to drink.
Oh, it sounds so familiar. Man.
Especially the way I say it, too.
But that's throwing me off.
Shrek.
I'm overthinking it. That sounds like Eddie Murphy. It does sound like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. Sounded like Donkey a little bit. That's the only reason why I said
it.
It might be an Eddie Murphy movie.
I'll say it one more time. Now come on in here and get yourself something cool to drink.
The Nutty Professor. I don't know.
You treat him just like you would Jerry.
Django?
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Legendary character, Big Daddy.
That's when is that when he and Christoph Waltz are in the bar?
No, they went to go visit Big Daddy's plantation, and then I have 5,000 reasons why. And then
Okay.
I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, the open mic. Yes, great idea, Jake. And this is a question that I've been sitting on for some time now, because we've all gotten older, and there's just more content available today than there's ever been, whether it's streaming services, what's on, playing in the movie theaters, your favorite YouTube channels, podcasts, whatever it might be. So I want to ask you guys, how do you guys determine in 2023 what to watch? Like, do you have like a schedule? Like, okay, Tuesdays Netflix, Wednesdays Hulu, Thursdays Disney Plus. Do you base it off of the marketing? Do you base it off of the word of mouth? Like, I want to get inside your guys' heads. Like, how do you decide what the heck to watch in 2023? Like, take me through your routine. Because back in the day, you could just open up a newspaper, see a TV guide, and oh, look, that has 4 stars. I'm going to watch that. Or you'd walk into Blockbuster Video and you go to new releases and you do that. We don't have any of that. Everything's readily available on your phone, on TV, whatnot. So how do you guys decide what to watch?
If it's made, I'll watch it.
Basically, for Jake, yeah.
No, I mean, I'll start. I'm truly open to almost anything, and I know that we've talked about it a few times on here every once in a while, like when it comes up. And I don't think I've ever just talked about why, but I watch as much as I possibly can. And we've all made jokes like privately, or maybe it's come up on the show a couple times, but I watch a lot. Like I watch a lot of television shows, and when I'm not watching a TV show, I'm watching old movies that I've never seen before, catching back up with things from the past. And it truly is just kind of how I feel about it going in. And, these days it's all about trailers, really. You see something that kind of intrigues you, but also I'll kind of cling on to shows that have actors that I really like, or shows that kind of push the boundaries from what are typically made and aren't like something that's repetitive or that we've seen before. And I talked about this yesterday. I always say the name wrong, and I'm going to say it wrong again, but I just finished a show on Apple called Exploitations or something like that. Like it's this weird title. But it's super, super interesting, and it's probably not for a lot of people. So it's about climate change, and it kind of takes it in a super interesting direction. It tells the story over 33 years with tons of characters and actors that appear in this, like Kerry Russell and Gemma Chan, and we have Kit Harington and Edward Norton, and all of these people that are in this show coming in for just an episode or so. And the reason I started watching it is because of the actors, not because of what the topic was, because I want to see these people in the show. And I do that with a lot of things. Like, of course, trailers are cool, but if there's a show that has an actor or actress that I really like, I'll watch it. Or that's from a creator I really like, I'll watch it. And there's a lot of stuff that I've watched over time that I just haven't really in the terms of Andy, that I don't really vibe with. And one that I can say is, it was just mentioned in the chat, but I could not get into Barry. I could not get into Barry whatsoever. I tried. I watched it twice. I watched like the first 4 episodes or so twice. I could not do it. So it just didn't work for me. But that's a rare case. And I try to give every streaming service a chance as well. I watch shows on every service possible. Peacock, which has Poker Face. Apple, which has an incredible list of stuff. Prime Video, Netflix, Hulu, all kinds of things. But yeah, honestly, like, I don't really have like a criteria. I try to give as much as possible a chance, because if someone asks me for recommendations, I would love to tell them about it, because it's more than likely a show they've never heard of. Like, there's a lot of shows that I've watched that people have never heard of before, and I would love to pass that on, especially if it's good. I just love television. I love TV, because there's so much TV content out there, especially with streaming services now. But to answer part of your question, Gio, some of the shows are based on when they're released. So like
Right.
obviously Mandalorians we watch on Wednesdays. Ted Lasso I watch on Wednesdays. Succession I watch on Sundays. Like I watch them when they come out. Other stuff, I'll miss when it comes out and then I'll binge right through it when it releases because I went back for it. Like Poker Face, for example. I didn't start it right away, so I was able to watch all of the episodes within like a couple days. But then there's others where I'm like, I want to start it right away because I saw it early, so I'll watch it episode by episode. Like Maisel. Like Mrs. Maisel is one of my all-time favorite television shows, period. Some people wait for the whole season to come out. I'm watching it right away. I'm watching the episodes that are coming out, and then I'm watching them weekly when they drop them. So it all depends. It honestly does depend, but I try to give as much as possible a chance. So if you want TV recommendations, this is the guy.
Absolutely. Make sure you follow him at Qui-Gon Jake with 2 hands because somebody else took it before him. I guess in my mind, it's just like, just imagine being a casual viewer, right? Somebody who doesn't watch all this stuff and like being thrown all these recommendations and like, oh, this is good. You got to watch this. And you haven't seen that and whatnot. And it's just like, it can get overwhelming.
Gio, how many shows
sometimes.
have I told you to watch over the years? So many. Have you noticed I stopped recommending stuff because
Hey, I'm working through White Lotus, buddy. Okay. So
You chose that out of everything? I mean, it's good, but yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
so-
Gio and my brother, I'm always telling them to watch stuff and like they never watch them. So I'm like, I'm just gonna stop until they catch
Oh.
up.
Well, Jacob, go ahead. How do
I
you
mean,
decide? Like,
It's a
Go
little
ahead.
all over the place depending on what the content is and where it comes from. But for the most part, like I usually have like 3 or 4 running shows where I'm watching the new episode each week. And like, to be honest with you, and I don't like doing this way. I need to figure out a better system for this. And because I waste so much time, I hop on my TV at night. I go through every app and see like which one dropped a new episode. I know it's terrible, such a time waster. Because like other than Mandalorian and like Yellowstone, like the big shows that I absolutely love, I don't know what day they air. So for example, I'm watching Abbott Elementary and How I Met Your Father. I have no idea
How I Met Your Father is Tuesdays.
what day those shows come out. I have no idea. Now I know.
You just
Now I know.
spoiled
Yeah.
it. Maybe
Well,
he doesn't want to know.
of course,
So, like,
Jake knows.
I literally go and I'm like, Amazon Prime, nothing new. Like Hulu, nothing
Jacob,
new.
there's 2 options that immediately popped in my head. One, Internet Movie Database. IMDb tells you the dates they release.
Okay.
Search the TV show, go into the episode guide, and it'll tell you.
Yeah.
2, you're on Letterboxd, right?
Yeah.
There is a now TV version called
Oh.
Serialized
Really?
that you can review and track what television shows you're watching. That also will tell you when shows drop.
Thank goodness, because this was a big problem in my life. Actually, I was like, I need to do something about this, but I never did.
IMDb's
And-
at your fingertips, man. There's an app. There's your
I
app.
know. You know what's funny? It's like it just became. I just accepted it. Like this is life.
Do you know how
And
much
then-
time you've wasted in your life doing that?
And then I always like
Every night?
at least 50% of the time. It's like,
Come
all right,
on,
YouTube
Jay.
TV, ESPN.
You're driving me
At
nuts,
least
bro.
Half the time, it ends with- but thank you. See, Gio, I'm glad you brought this up because now
You should have just texted me. I would have told you.
Now I have these recommendations. And you know what's funny is like I was like, you know what? They need one section on this TV where it just shows all your apps and what they're playing, and it does have that. I just didn't know that.
Yep, sure does.
Anyways, so mine's like Jake's seems very structured. Mine is very just scattered all over the place. Like it's so random. But the thing is, like, I always like Mandalorian. I watched it every night. I was watching them at midnight because I stay up till 2 a.m. anyway. But I was watching it at midnight, and then
You
like
wake up at what time?
last Tuesday, I watched Mandalorian and that new Power Ranger special back to back, and I was so tired.
Double
But
feature. man.
but anyways, yeah, that's kind of how mine goes, and like, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, and I'll watch like a new streaming movie when it comes out on streaming if I haven't seen it. So for like example, Cocaine Bear, I knew it was out. Terrible movie. Gio and I watched it. Worst movie I've ever seen in the last 5
Hey,
years.
I can't wait to do a short for that. Oh
Holy
man.
moly.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Slander. That is slander, everybody.
and I love Elizabeth Banks. I'm sorry.
Brian, I have a follow-up question for you, but I definitely want you to answer the question. Like, how do you decide what the heck to watch? What what is your threshold to decide if it's a series or a movie that you are gonna invest in all the way? Like, is it like, I guess what I'm asking is like, is it the first episode and like if you're not feeling it, you're just like, oh, okay, I don't need to watch that, or the first hour of a movie, or like, like what's your threshold for like deciding what to invest further into?
If it's
If
something,
if you have one.
if it's something that's gonna interest me, like if it's something that I actually like generally enjoy, like I'll watch all of it, even if I'm not particularly loving it.
Like Book of Boba Fett, just to throw it out there.
No,
That seems
I
to
mean
be
that's fair. Book of
Yeah.
Boba Fett had very high highs and low lows. Same kind of
Mhm.
with She-Hulk.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just more or less just kind of go off of what I enjoy watching. I mean, I'm known for giving Jake his TV recommendations.
For better or worse.
Yeah, I've gotten him hooked on a bunch of shows.
Oh, like all of them, right, Brian?
Yeah, like Clone Wars and
Yeah,
Rebels.
yeah.
I
remember you recommending
the
them.
Steve Wozniak to the Steve Jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of word of mouth. Like if I can't avoid something, like I'll give you an example. At first, when I heard about Heartstopper, I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I can't avoid it on Twitter, work. Like I'm like, "What is so?" It looks not even that good. Like, why are people obsessing over it? So like the constant like hearing about it is something that will drive me to watch it, and of course, I
Right.
ended up watching it and loving it. I'm trying to think of another show that did that heavily recently. I mean, Ted Lasso.
You guys convinced me to watch Ted Lasso. Like that's
Yeah.
what happened with me with Ted Lasso. Yeah.
I think same for me, Jacob. Yeah.
I think I waited a little bit. I don't remember how far into it, but then like, why are you shaking your head?
Because you waited.
Oh yeah, no, it's very true. Because I thought it looked stupid, like the way
Ted Lasso?
him, like the way at the beginning, like it just seemed like really dumb, and then you just kept hearing everyone.
Wasn't it a Saturday Night Live skit that they turned
Yeah.
into a show?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so
It's pretty cool though.
And then I think one day Alex Damon heard me talking crap about it and was like, "You need to go watch that show." I think he even texted me too. He was like, "If you don't watch this show, like I'm gonna be like embarrassing you or something just to the point where I was like, all right, fine. And then of course ended up liking it.
There you go. That's a real one right there. He's a real
So
one.
I think a lot of it is for me word of mouth. Typically if it's not something that I'm already interested in, like I don't know, a Marvel or
Star Wars.
Harry Potter, Star Wars, something like that. It's typically word of mouth that I'm hearing my things from. Yeah.
Interesting.
Now I went light to complete darkness. Excuse me.
Gio, what about you? What about you?
Me? I'm the worst, man. So like,
you are pretty bad with TV shows.
Yeah, like I'll be honest with you guys, I've yet to watch Mandalorian season 3, but like now it's readily available, all of the episodes, and I'm very curious how my binge watching experience will differ from those who have seen it from week to week. So there's value there, despite me being out of the loop and whatnot. For me, I've to be honest with you, Jake and Jacob and Brian Zaire, people in the chat, I have kind of dialed back on the streaming services a little bit. Like I'm now in kind of a rotation. just to save money, because I find myself not watching enough to justify the cost of spending every month, if that makes sense. So like right now I am on Disney Plus, and I find myself like I just saw Iron Man a couple weeks back, and Iron Man 3 and Infinity War, and I just find myself rewatching things I've kind of already seen. In I do that having not seen much of She-Hulk or Miss Marvel or whatnot. It's just I don't know. Like if I'm not sold on something, I don't have an incentive to really watch it because it hasn't, drawn me in. So I don't know. It's just
I'm very much where Blake is. I have a 2-episode rule, as Blake says here.
That's fair.
There's a lot of shows that I've given 2 episodes to, and then I haven't really gone back to. One of them was actually Dexter. I gave a 2-episode rule to Dexter, and I the first 2 episodes I was like, I feel like Dexter didn't. I feel like you needed to be watching that while it aired, because it doesn't feel like it ages very well.
It's very of the time.
Yeah,
like the vibe and the style of it. It really is. But I watched it later and I loved it. But
oh, okay, well, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm very much an outlier with all of this, just because I literally, like, if I was able to actually count up how many hours of television I've watched just in probably the last like 2 years, it's ridiculous.
Well,
like it crushes my movie viewing experiences by far.
But the thing is, you've always been like that. Ever since we first met you, you were watching like 20 shows and we were watching like 3 shows. Like it's just how it was. And I always thought, like, which one of the major, I think it was Collider, they had a TV talk.
Yeah.
And I always thought like Jake could host that. Because the thing is,
absolutely,
even
100%.
people on that show, they can't watch everything. There's too much for somebody to literally watch everything, right? So you just got to watch like a lot, and you could do that easy.
But can I be honest with you guys? Like, okay, so a chunk of my free time goes to creating videos and stuff, whether it's news clips or reactions or whatnot. Like that's where a lot of my time goes, to be truthful. The other time I spend is either trying to do things like keep up with the discussions about the things that are relevant, whether it's Marvel, DC movies, whatever, whether it's watching or listening to other podcasts. Like I'm a big fan of the Joe Rogan podcast. So like that's where a lot of my listening time goes to, or I still listen to John Campea every now and then, or I listen to, Podcast X or Comic Book Nation and whatnot, just to kind of like get a sense of where fandoms stand with what they love and where, people like us stand, for the sake of having context of, these conversations and whatnot. So yeah, there's that. But I thought this would be a cool, topic to do, something like that I think is more relevant than you might think. People might have their own systems, and I've seen people in the chat, talk about how they go about the process of deciding what to watch. And
hey, Curtis, I like that idea about using my whiteboard. It's literally right next to my bed. You could be like, Mondays, whatever shows on Monday. Tuesdays, How I Met Your Father. Boom, there we go.
Let me ask this question really quick.
Sure.
What streaming service do you find yourself mostly on?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't know if I can answer that, just because I'm on literally everything. I'll answer it differently, Brian, just because
you're such a pain in the ass.
I truly do watch a show on pretty much everything.
Okay, which streaming service are you watching the most shows on right now?
I think Apple has the best catalog at the moment. I think not just the amount of shows, but the variety of shows that they have. They have 30-minute comedies. They have hour dramas. They have action. They have thriller. They have They have a horror show, which I think what's that M. Night Shyamalan show they have? Jacob. Yeah. It's which is kind of not like super horror, but it's in that vein a little bit.
I don't watch it. I need to watch it. My roommates watch it. They love it. I think it's Servant or Servant.
Yeah. I think Apple technically has the best catalog. My favorite streaming service for shows in general is Prime. Prime handles properties the single best. And not just their most popular shows, but they handle all of their shows the best. And they truly put incredible quality out there. Whereas like Netflix puts really good quality out there, but it's only for a certain amount of shows. It's not every show. Prime is committed to putting that content out there like Apple, which is why they're probably, in my opinion, tit for tat, the kind of top two.
So I'll say for me, for like shows that I watch weekly, it's Hulu because the two I named are on Hulu. So Abbott Elementary and How I Met Your Father. And I didn't realize this until you asked the question, Brian. The one I'm on the most is HBO Max. And it's because, recently I've been watching some of the DC animated movies just for like while I go to sleep and stuff. But then I've never seen Friends before. So I've started watching Friends. And then also like they have The Sopranos and those type of shows that I'll revisit every now and then. So yeah, but the thing is, it's mainly not for the new content that they're creating. For HBO Max, it's more about the stuff that was already there, like, from 5 years ago and before. So and of course, yeah, but HBO Max a lot, Disney Plus a lot, just because if you want to watch Marvel or Star Wars, that's where you got to go. But I've been on Max a lot.
It's still HBO right now.
Yeah, God, I hope they step back on that one.
They're not. They already did a whole marketing campaign.
They won't.
I mean, we'll eventually get used to it, but it's just like I feel like
final
people are
question
catching on HBO Max. Sorry.
Yeah, final question before we wrap it up here. This one comes from Curtis to kind of wrap this conversation up. Do
Gio,
you all have cable too, or did you cut the cord?
No cable for like 10 years at least.
Gio, you can message me which one for the answer to my question.
Oh, Gio can answer. Yeah, Gio can answer.
Does Sling TV count as cable?
Technically.
All right. Do you count?
So does YouTube TV counts too. YouTube TV
then
counts
I guess
too.
I have it.
I have Sling Orange for the NFL, the NBA playoffs, but I mean, just that's the only reason why I watch it. And yeah. So
YouTube
Gio,
TV is great, but it's so expensive.
Yeah. Gio, before we wrap up, Brian had a question about which service you find yourself most on.
Recently it's been Netflix. Sometimes I just I feel like watching a stand-up comedy, and I've been on
That's fair.
Ronnie Chang. He's hilarious. And I'll watch Bill Burr and stuff like that, and just waiting for Rebel Moon. So
I'm gonna be on Netflix though, because the new season of Better Call Saul just went on Netflix. So
nice.
All right.
Fair enough.
I find myself on Peacock the most, which is shocking.
I like how we all have different answers.
Yeah.
Peacock has a lot of stuff
Funny.
available, like Poker Face is on Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
all right, let's go ahead and move on. Let's get to this draft. And before we start breaking everything down, we'll reveal the criteria. We'll talk about it. We'll clear the air. Keith Barnes is here, so let's go ahead and bring him in. Mr. Keith Barnes. Hello, sir. Welcome.
Hi, Keith.
What up?
Good evening, gentlemen. I do have to derail the show for about a minute because I discovered something really cool last night. It was really cool. Hello, everyone. I think by the way, I find myself mixing up all the streaming services, like whatever. Right now, I'm watching Beef on Netflix because everyone's talking about that. The show's crazy. I don't know if anybody watched it. The show's insane.
Beef.
Netflix is not great, but every now and then there's a show like that or whatever, some big popular thing that everyone is talking about, and so I'll that's usually the only time I go to Netflix. Anyway, but I discovered I don't know anyone else besides Gio that follows Henry Cavill on Instagram. Anyone else?
I should.
I should.
I
He
might.
posted,
I don't know. I might. I'm not sure.
I will
Right.
now.
Listen, he apparently just wrapped up. He's doing a Guy Ritchie film
Mm-hmm.
called The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare,
Yep.
which is
Ooh,
awesome.
that's cool.
Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but when I did my trivia about 6 months ago or whatever it was, I had a question about what does the MI and MI6 stand for? Does anyone remember?
I don't think I think I might have put ministry.
You did. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's military. It's military intelligence.
Yeah.
But yes, Jake, that's exactly right. You said ministry intelligence, and I did mention that that was a good answer because, or a good guess, because the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare was an early-ish precursor to MI6. This had to do different. They got MI5, MIR, which is another one, reconnaissance, I think it stands for, or whatever. But Guy Ritchie, Henry Cavill, Henry Golding's in it, Alan Richardson, who was
Isaac Gonzalez.
yeah, it's a great. It looks awesome. I can't wait because I learned a lot about the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare a few years back on a podcast I listened to. So this is going to be very cool.
You said it's
and
Guy
of
Ritchie?
course, yes, and of course Guy Ritchie's
Okay.
doing it. But it's cool.
Guy
Like
Ritchie is the hardest working man in Hollywood. Does not have a new movie coming out like every 3 months.
He had two movies in theaters at once.
this
Like
year,
all
it's two
the
coming out this
time.
year.
Yeah.
I literally think he goes straight from one movie to direct another one right away.
Yeah.
He must.
Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Beast.
yeah. So it's cool, man. It's a cool story about like this secret like Black Ops team that they formed in World War II. They made all kind of crazy missions and cool secret crazy weapons. And I saw that last night and that made me really excited. I can't wait to tell the guys about that. That's gonna be good. Thank you. Sorry.
No, you're good. Thank you for sharing. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the draft. I set it up top, but I'll clear it all again. This is a video games / game movie draft. So that entails anything regarding video games, board games, or movies based around the video game culture, i.e., war games, The Last Starfighter, Tron Legacy, Tron, etc. Those all fall under this category. It is a larger genre. We're not just sticking to the Assassin's Creeds and the Lara Crofts. We're including everything to widen the pool, and we are opening the doors a little bit to the game genre as a whole. We don't have a list that we're looking at individually. There was no draft board like we usually do. We didn't make one. This is all blind. We are doing it where we are blindly picking. We're going to be randomizing draft picks here in a little bit. We're going to do a round of 5, and we're going to come up with 5 movies for each of us to see what our list is. And so without a draft board, it leaves the possibilities of picking something completely random out there, which is super exciting. So chat, that's pretty much what it is. We're going to get to the list here in just a second. Gio, go ahead. What is your question?
So, if I pick a movie, do I get the sequel with that
No.
movie, or is
No. It's
Just
not
the one
franchises.
movie.
We're doing the single movies.
Oh,
That's
great!
fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Single movies. So
You guys keep track of your list.
and it's a snake draft. So the way a snake draft works is whoever goes first has to wait all the way back around. Whoever goes last in the first round gets the first pick of the second round. This is all inspired by fantasy sports. So I'm going to go and bring up a randomizer so nobody thinks that I'm cheating with all of this.
You're still cheating.
Whatever.
It's probably
Whatever.
preset.
Yeah, he's got AI there.
It's preset.
Here we go.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to click randomize, and that will be the official list. Okay.
I
always
already called it. I called first.
Here we go.
Always
3, 2,
Hold on, I gotta
One.
full screen.
I told you, I always end up last on this damn.
There is
thing.
the list. Jacob
Hey,
with
you
the
get
number
back to
1
back.
overall pick.
Brian, no,
Myself with number 2, Gio with 3, Keith with 4, and Brian with number 5.
I always end up last. God.
So let me go ahead and
I've
do
done
this.
3 times, and I've always ended up last.
That is the list. So in order. Now we're in order. All right. You guys keep track of your own, and this is just off the cuff, guys. We're picking movies. We don't know what the list is. We don't know where everyone is headed. So Jacob, you're on the clock. Number 1 overall pick.
I am so happy because There's one movie at the top of my list that I have to have. And
Yeah, we know.
I like
we know.
what Gio said. Like, I kind of look at this like we all have our own streaming services and we're bidding for these movies or something. Kind of like that idea. So when you come to whatever you're going to call it, Jacob Plus, Jake Up, I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Jake Up.
You'll be watching Mortal Kombat 1995, baby. Give it to me because I need that soundtrack in my life. So,
would anyone have picked that first round?
No. I wouldn't have. No. Gio might have.
I just need it.
It would have been on my list. Yeah. So.
See, that's the thing is like you have to judge on.
I couldn't risk it not coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm making this easy. Number 2 overall pick. I think it's pretty obvious on my end. Tron Legacy.
Nice.
Yawn.
Make sure you guys are writing these down because I want to make a graphic for all this.
I
So
don't want the other Mortal Kombat movies on my. No, please no.
Hey Jake, shouldn't Brian and Keith be flipped since we're going like this? Or...
I guess technically I was going in actual right order, but that's fine. Yeah,
my bad.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
You don't make a circle.
All right, Gio, you're on the clock.
All right, so this is based off of a video game, right?
Well, that's your decision.
All right.
I just explained it all. I'm not doing it.
Okay. Stop it.
Something where someone played a video game in the movie.
There you go.
Okay. With my first pick, I'm gonna go with Wreck-It Ralph.
Nice.
Ooh.
It's a good one.
Dang, I forgot about that. Good call.
That's
Great
good.
Call. Great call. Yeah.
Like it.
All right, Keith.
Keith, you can have the sequel. Go ahead and take it.
It was all right. I didn't mind that. Took me like halfway through that before I realized that the lady in it was Gal Gadot. I was watching that. Well, if that's the case, I didn't know that. I thought we were just doing adaptations. But I will take a movie that is presented like a video game. That's that movie right there. Red Shoulder, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn.
That is fair.
That is a great.
That might be the best movie on this list. Damn.
I mean, I disagree with you, Jake, but that's okay.
Might be. Like, there's movies I'm not thinking of.
Listen, I watched Tron Legacy twice in a row last week again. I've watched that movie 5 times like the last 4 months.
All right, Brian, you get back to back, sir. You get back to back.
My first one's Ready Player One.
Oh,
nice.
So good.
Wow, I didn't even think of that.
Such a good choice.
That's gonna happen so much.
I'm going back and forth between a couple.
God, that's such a great pick.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll go with Detective Pikachu.
I figured you were about to go that route.
Yeah, I was deciding between 2, but whatever.
You know, I like Detective Pikachu for what it is. I do.
Yeah,
it's not great, but I like it for what it is.
I don't think it's like that great, but I'm just
it's all right. But like, it's like the best live action Pokemon we got. So
yeah, exactly.
Isn't it the only? I don't know.
It's the only live action Pokemon.
That's what it is. It's the only live action Pokemon. So we have to accept it.
Yeah. All right, Keith, back to you.
Wait, let me go. Yeah, good Gio, good call, Wreck-It Ralph, man. I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna take Tomb Raider 2018.
Damn it!
Oh,
damn it!
Good job, Keith.
I had it on my list. I knew Jake wanted that one.
I love those games so much, and that movie was very good.
So much. I hate you.
I know.
Good job, Keith. I was thinking about just doing that just to be an ass.
At the time that came out, we were like, "Oh, this is the best video game movie we've ever had."
It's so frustrating.
Jake,
go ahead, Gio.
Jake, it's frustrating. What movie is that from?
I don't know. What is that?
That's Scary Movie 2.
Yeah.
My strong hand.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Chris Elliott.
It's a reference I never thought you two would make. That's crazy.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
That's such a Brian movie. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was obsessed.
Hey, I don't care what nobody says. Scary Movie 1 is great.
It's very good,
I don't
right?
care what nobody
I
says.
love that movie. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, Gio, what do you got?
All right. Damn, this is tough. I think I'm gonna go. I'll go with the first Jumanji movie with
Ooh, that's
Ooh,
good.
I didn't
That
even
is a
think about
good pick.
Gio, that was my next pick.
That
Wait,
was
talk-
a very,
Robin
very
Williams?
good pick.
Talking Robin Williams?
That is
Oh
very
man,
good.
great. Dang, good call.
That's a
Yep.
good
That's
one. I didn't
very,
even think
very
about that.
good.
Yeah.
Well, now hold on though. That's a board game.
So
Yeah.
is Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Aren't we doing video games?
I just
No.
explained everything, you
Games.
guys.
No, you didn't. Okay.
Yes,
hold on.
I did.
You didn't say that. I wasn't.
Yes, I
First of all, Jake, I wasn't listening to you. Okay.
Oh, he admits it. He admits it.
So
It's
yeah,
all right.
it's-
Continue forward. Hey,
I
his
missed
loss,
that part.
Jake. Come on,
So-
his loss. Come on, Jake.
All right.
What you got?
Monopoly.
Goodness.
is there a Monopoly movie?
No, I'm just joking.
I don't know if this is. You know what? I'm gonna save that one. I think that one might, because I'm coming right back. I'm gonna choose. I think it's one of the best 1980s sci-fi movies that ever came out. I'm going with War Games.
Ooh,
I'm going War Games.
Okay.
Never even heard of it.
Oh my god.
Chess. It's a movie about chess, Brian. Or checkers? No, it's chess, right? Yeah.
It's chess, yeah.
Yeah,
But
I've seen. I've seen it since I was a kid. I don't even. Gosh, I should watch that.
all right, Jacob. So you got back to back.
Yeah. Okay. So Gio stole one of my choices, but it shouldn't have gone that far. Honestly, that was a contender for the 101 Jumanji. So good pick, Gio.
John Pierce. That's a great buddy.
I would contend this movie counts. And look, I want to I want mine to be diverse, like different types of movies. So I'm gonna go with one of mine is gonna be Ready or Not, the horror movie.
Nice.
You, Jacob.
Nice.
And
Good
thank
pick.
you
That was on my
guys
list. That was
for
on my
recommending
list.
that movie to me. One of you challenged me to it. I think it was
I
Jake.
did. Yeah. I did.
And you know what? It was so damn delightful. Give me the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I love that movie.
Okay. Okay.
I will take
2023 one.
Yes, 2023, not whatever that one was.
Star Drew. You're right. It was tic tac toe. It's a good. You're right. Yes. Thank you.
This move. Oh man, it's a little bit of a. I feel like it can last longer, but I think I'm going to take it. I feel like this one is. It's just such a long running franchise. Whether or not they're good, is one of the probably the longest running video game franchise ever. I'm going with the original Resident Evil.
Nice.
2002 Resident Evil.
I like that movie. I
Me
do
too. I have a lot of fun with that franchise.
Keith, we were kids when it came out. Don't judge us too
I was
hard.
gonna say those. Okay. No. Yeah, I got you. Listen.
All right. Give me Sonic the Hedgehog.
Nice.
Good one.
Nice. Nice. That's a good one.
Very good. All right. Well, in that case, I will take Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
I hate you. Damn.
They're both
I-
actually way better than I thought they would be.
Right?
Can we make a trade, Keith? I'll trade you Sonic 1 for Sonic 2.
Oh, because you like Knuckles?
I like
Seriously?
Knuckles. Can we do that?
Sure.
Yeah,
If you guys are making a trade, you're making
Yeah.
a trade.
Totally. All right.
Okay.
I'll
All
take
right. Trade lock. Now I have Sonic Hedgehog.
Jim Carrey was
2.
so funny, and well, he's in both of them, but he's great in that first one.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I think he's better in the first one. Yeah.
Total side note. Do you know what the number 2 highest grossing video game movie is? Number 1 is obviously now Super Mario. But
Movie?
yeah.
Video game movie? Like
Video
adaptation?
game movie?
Yeah.
You're talking
Probably one of the
adaptation?
Sonics.
No.
Oh, hold on.
Detective Pikachu?
No.
Wait, hold on.
I was shocked when I saw this.
What is it?
Well, I mean,
War-
it's a game. I mean,
Warcraft
not
or no?
video game. Wait, what'd you say?
Warcraft?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It didn't
That movie
make
made
that much, right? Like
bank
3-4 million
overseas.
300
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. I was really looking forward to that movie, and I was super disappointed by it.
Worldwide made 439
yeah,
million.
or something.
Yeah.
It
But
beat
it cost
that
so
bad.
much.
It beat Detective Pikachu by $6 million. Sorry,
Damn.
I was shocked going through.
No, that is shocking.
No, that
That's
makes sense.
interesting. I
There's
didn't know.
no sequel.
That
Yeah.
game is massive. Like,
I knew it was massive, but I thought it was just panned so hard that it did bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that you guys obliterated all of my choices in that round,
good job. Hold on. Sorry, this is funny.
yeah.
John Boo says if Cargill's gonna say Maverick.
Oh my God. Jill,
Or
stop.
Rounders. I'm taking
we
Rounders.
might end up with some bad movies, guys. We're just gonna have to accept it. All right.
Where'd my list go? There it went. I mean, my problem is I'm now getting into I haven't seen any more movies. Okay. That's my problem. You guys just took all the ones I have seen.
You know, Brian, there's a really good movie that came out in 1994.
Hey, don't be tipping
Oh,
anything
yeah.
off.
Well, I don't know if this is the one you're talking about, but Clue.
Oh,
Was Clue
Clue is
the
a
one he was
game.
talking about?
No,
No,
but
I'm
that's
sorry.
okay.
Okay. No, I
was
do want.
thinking-
Don't say anything. No tipping
Oh.
here.
I was thinking Double Dragon. I mean,
Oh,
that's a
God.
classic.
I've never even
God.
heard of that. So I'll take Clue with the first one. Lord. Yeah, there's like nothing left I've seen.
Every time I like find a movie that qualifies, I'm like, yes, but I'm like, wait a minute, that movie sucks. Like every time. Like, no, I don't want to choose it. Like, I'll give you guys an example. I found Escape Room, right? And I'm like, yes, it's a game movie. Like, no,
Oh, that movie's the
terrible.
worst. Oh my God, I hate
Absolutely
that.
terrible.
And they made a sequel to that.
I know.
I mean, I guess I don't even like it. It's to the point where I don't want to choose.
It's okay. Think of your viewers, Brian.
Brian,
you know?
surely you've seen. There's got to be something you've seen.
I'm going through the list and I'm just drawing blanks.
Hey,
You've seen-
you can, Brian. You don't have to see it. I guess you don't have to see it.
I'm gonna have to pick one that I don't.
You just be
I
stealing
guess-
movies from us.
Pick
Yeah.
based on the game. Have you played the game?
Yeah. I guess for this I'll just. Oh no! You know what? I changed my mind. I'll save the other one. I'll go with Angelina Jolie's Tomb Raider.
Ah, good call.
Which
First
one? The
one?
first one or the second one?
The first one.
Yeah,
All right.
I love
not
that.
like
movie.
the worst movie ever.
Love
No.
it. I love that one.
I love those movies.
Daniel Craig.
That was on my list.
I'll go with that. Why not?
You didn't see Assassin's Creed, Brian?
That's what I was just about to say. I was about to say that. I thought you did. Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Fair enough. All right, Keith.
I don't know anything about this game. I've never played any of them. The movie was actually pretty cool. I didn't know what was going on. It was beautiful and so groundbreaking at the time.
Angry Bird.
Final Fantasy. I thought about that. I'm taking Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out why on Google it has video game drama, The Hunger Games.
Who knows,
What?
man? They have
That's-
such random stuff, but this is why I hate the number one pick in fantasy. It takes so long to get back to me.
Gio, what do you got?
All right, hang on, buddy.
No, we're good. I'm looking.
You know what? I'm gonna double up. Give me Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle.
See, that's what I was going back and forth between.
All right.
That's the first of the new ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never saw what is the other one called? Next Level? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they made a Far Cry movie? Oh, it's German.
I noticed that, right? Yeah. It says the same thing.
Come on, Jake. Original Tron.
Yeah, I mean, I could. I was gonna go with Lara Croft. That was gonna be my next pick. I could obviously double up on plenty of Resident Evils if I wanted
Yeah,
to.
true.
There's a lot of them.
They made it alone with Dark. I didn't know that.
I will. You know what? I'll go. Just it's a personal favorite of mine, and because they use all practical stunts in the movie, not a single drop of CGI, I'm going Need for Speed.
Oh, nice.
I had a feeling
Nice.
Need for Speed, baby. Love
Jake,
that
man.
movie.
I was literally
Keith.
that was going to be my next pick.
You're
You
welcome.
like that movie, Keith?
You're welcome.
I don't, but I love those games.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess like at this point,
Yeah.
right? You're just
I'm-
And I love Aaron Paul. Aaron Paul is cool. I mean, I like him.
Man.
dude. After
Dang.
Breaking Bad, you became obsessed with Aaron Paul.
I
Like,
love Aaron Paul.
You like want to watch everything he's in.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my guy. Yes, John Boo. Spirits Within. Yeah, whatever. That's the first one, right? Yes.
All right, Jacob, back to back. So these are your final two picks.
Man, like you guys left me some good stuff. I'm gonna go. Wait, I'm gonna go with Dungeons and Dragons 2023. Did anyone take it?
Nope.
I'll take it. I like that movie a lot.
It's a great call.
yeah.
That is
It's
a great
fun.
call.
It's so
I
I
much
totally,
fun.
I totally forgot about it. Damn it!
Ooh. And the same directors directed another movie that qualifies, but I'm not gonna take that movie because I don't want it. All right, I don't know if this counts, but I would love it to be a part of mine. It's not theatrical though. Injustice 2021. It's animated. I don't know if that counts.
Okay.
Yes, it counts. It's based on a video
That
game.
counts. That counts.
And-
Okay, give me Injustice, animated Injustice movie because I just watched it like 2 weeks ago. And it's freaking awesome.
It was also next on my list.
And
Jacob,
it's brutal. It is
yeah, it is.
so brutal because I never played the games. So
it's
like,
different from the games. The story's different, but it's still very good. It's very good.
It's crazy. So I'll take it. Injustice.
All right. Well, there's Jacob's 5. We'll get to them at the very end.
Damn
This
it.
is tough, man. There's like, I'm kind of between two. I feel like if I take one, I'll get crap for it.
There's still some good ones.
But it's
No, you-
specifically because I really didn't mind the movie, but I never played the game.
It's all right.
You know
I
what?
never played Final Fantasy.
No, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. I need this. I need some form of this franchise on my list, whether or not it's a decent movie. I'm going Lara Croft Tomb Raider: The Cradle of Life.
Ugh.
Nice.
I'm taking it.
Nice.
I love me some Angelina Jolie. I love me some Lara Croft. I'm sticking with it.
Have you played any of those games?
Mm-mm.
Oh, really? Oh,
Mhm.
the new ones are really good. I mean, they're all good. Okay.
All right, Gio.
Good call.
Last pick.
All right. Well, this movie had some heavy video game elements. I found it very entertaining at the time. Starring Sylvester Stallone. What was that? Anyways,
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with my final pick is gonna be Spy Kids 3D Game Over.
Oh, great.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Wow.
Good.
That's a great call.
Wow.
That is a great call.
That's great.
Elijah Wood showed up as the guy.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
my
a great
kids
call.
love those movies so much when they're little.
Mhm.
Spy Kids are incredible. I grew up with those movies. Those are
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, good call.
All right, Keith, last pick.
All right. Oh, where's my list? Okay. God, both you two, Jacob and Jake, two jerks. Took both my picks. Those both my backup picks. I'm gonna go with Prince of Persia. Another one where awesome game. Movies,
I actually really like the movie. It's just obviously the whitewashing casting is like.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the only.
Actually, I do
not
really
bad.
like the movie though.
Yeah, no, the movie's not bad, but
Yeah.
they really could have found a brown person to play that
Yeah.
part. But
Yeah.
but the games are awesome. If you, I highly recommend it.
All right, Brian, wrap it up. What is the final pick of the draft?
The original first Pokemon animated movie.
Hey, there we go.
Good call.
Pokemon,
Good
the
call.
first movie.
It's a good call.
So
I
if
can't
you
believe it
want
lasted that
Pokemon,
long.
Go to Brian.
Yeah.
That tracks.
All right, well, let's run through our draft picks real quick, and I'll put a graphic up on social media. I'll put it in the Discord. I'll make sure to get everyone's picks. But Jacob, why don't you run it down? We'll go in order here. What are your 5 picks?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my choices, and it's a wide range. So I have Mortal Kombat 1995. I have Ready or Not. I have the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Dungeons and Dragons 2023, and the Injustice animated film 2021.
It's a solid list. Myself, I got Tron Legacy. I have War Games, Resident Evil 2002, Need for Speed, and Lara Croft Tomb Raider: The Cradle of Life.
Dope. All right. I got Wreck-It Ralph. I have Jumanji starring Robin Williams. I got Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. And Spy Kids 3D Game Over.
Hey, Gio, yours is very family friendly. I feel like you dropped it for your niece, so she could have some movies to watch.
There you go. Now I'm going to go have a marathon with her.
You got to watch
All
all
right,
those
Keith.
with her. There you go.
All right, Scott's Pilgrim versus the World, Sonic the
Such a good one.
Hedgehog, Tomb Raider 2018, Final Fantasy, Spirits Within, Prince of Persia.
Nice.
Damn. Solid list.
Do you know the subtitle of The Prince of Persia?
No, I don't remember.
The Sands of Time.
Sands of Time.
Oh,
yes.
something like
Yep,
that.
yep, yep,
I was gonna say the Dunes
Sands
of
of
Time, but
Time.
no.
Good call. That's Disney, right? Did Disney make that?
That was Disney, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that movie because of Gemma Arterton.
That's right. She's in that. Yeah.
All right, Brian, go ahead.
So I forgot to write one down. And I don't remember what it was.
Oh my God.
I think it was my third one.
we
Oh
might
my
be able to figure it
God.
out. We might be able to figure it out.
Just okay. What are your other ones?
I have Ready Player One, Detective
Right.
Pikachu, Tomb Raider, and Pokemon the first movie. I don't remember what the third one
Okay,
was.
so what did he take after Tomb Raider? Or
Oh.
did he even
Wait, hold on. Where's my...
did he only take one pick and we moved on?
No, he took
No, he took 2.
Okay.
No, I
He
took
took
one.
2. Clue. Clue.
Wow,
Yeah, because that was like
Thank
the
you,
throwing
John
one.
Booze.
Yeah.
Thank
There
you,
we
Booze.
go. Ah, perfect.
Of course,
Alright.
I forgot the oldest one.
All right. Well, there it is. Our game fantasy draft. Video
Honorable
games,
mentions?
Games.
None.
There's no honorable mentions in drafts, Keith.
No, I'm not going
There's so many of them.
Other ones that you were like, oh, what about the
Free
Somebody,
Guy.
nobody picked Doom. I figured somebody would say Doom. You guys don't like
Doom, that sequence when it goes to first person and it's like the video game.
That is cool. It's the only good part.
That is dope. Yeah.
I will say I was bummed out that I didn't get to watch Tetris before this.
Ah.
Because I've
Apparently
heard
that's really
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah.
Tetris is very good. It's not really about the game.
Yeah.
It's a little bit
It's
more
about,
about
like,
the
the
people behind the
creation,
game.
Well, it's about the making of the game.
It's
first.
not even the making. It's about the patent and the
Yeah.
rights to the game. Essentially,
with
is what
the,
it's
the
about.
So it's
with
like
the Soviet
Air, but for
government and,
Tetris.
yeah, I know that
it's-
story.
It's
a pretty,
pretty interesting. So,
it's a cool story.
Andy, Game Night's a
I
great
didn't even
pick.
think of
If I
So
would have
those-
known about it, Game Night would have
So
been a really good
that's
pick.
the same directors of Dungeons and Dragons. That's what I was talking about.
Why didn't you?
I would have.
Oh.
I really like Game Night. That's a good
I
pick.
didn't
fun.
even think about game.
That's a
Night.
very good pick. See, that's the hard thing about not having a draft board. And tag. Oh,
Oh
tag.
my
That's right.
tag
That's
is so
right.
good.
Jake, you
That-
were literally talking up tag the other day.
Tag
That
is so good.
that's what makes it more difficult without having a
Jake,
draft board.
How
You're
did
gonna
you
forget
not
stuff,
draft
so.
the last Starfighter?
I thought-
literally
When he was talking
I
about
thought
the
about
80s, that's what I thought he was going to pick. Was
I
that.
thought about it. I
Yeah.
thought about it. The movie is not good. It has great potential, but the movie is not
That's
good.
fair. I just
Okay.
remember. I
Yes,
think
it-
you challenged me to it too, and I had a lot of fun.
I
the
love it.
The
I don't-
concept is great.
Don't get me wrong. I love it.
No, I know what you mean.
But
It's
I
not-
wanted. I wanted Need for Speed on my list, and I wanted
Yeah.
a form of Lara Croft on my list, which is why I didn't go for it. So
Nice.
Keith, your list is null and void since you didn't have an Uncharted on it.
I left that off on purpose.
That was the one that I was deciding between that I would have got hate for if I picked.
That
I would have yelled.
that movie isn't.
I like the movie for what it is, but I never played the games. So
Stupid movie.
And Jake, I will defend Duncan Jones's Warcraft. That movie's not terrible. I think that movie has more redeeming qualities.
I gotta rewatch it.
The fact that we
it.
left the second highest grossing movie off of all our lists.
I gotta see.
I considered it, but
I've only seen it that one time, so I definitely have to revisit it because I do like Duncan Jones a lot as a director. So
yeah, Moon is incredible, guys.
Moon is
Check it out.
great.
Moon,
Yes.
Moon
Yeah.
is incredible. Yeah, it's bonkers.
didn't
good.
he do the Jake Gyllenhaal one too?
Source Code?
Yes, such a good
Oh,
movie.
I never saw
That was his Moon follow up, and then he did Mute for Netflix.
It's like a semi sequel to
Oh.
Moon.
Yeah, it's like
Mute's
a
alright.
super noir type film. So
yeah.
Can I ask a
Yeah.
quick question for everyone?
sure.
What is the next video game you want to see adapted? Just real quick. The next video game that you would like to see get an adaptation.
I'm getting mine.
Star Wars Battlefront.
That's a
Just kidding.
no. Yes.
That
Actual-
you can't
actual-
adapt Star Wars Battlefront,
Yes, you
but
can.
I mean,
They were gonna
not
make-
really.
They were gonna make Rogue Squadron.
I mean,
Just make a story. Pick a character.
So
make a
Gio,
story
off the
about
top of
character.
my head, I'll say my favorite video game of all time is Donkey Kong Country. And if they make a Donkey Kong
Oh,
spinoff
no, I
with
got
Seth
one.
Rogen,
I got one.
I'm all
Yeah.
in.
Sure.
All in. So give me
Crash Bandicoot.
Ooh.
yeah, good call. Yeah.
I won't be surprised if after Mario they do it.
Listen,
Crash
that's
fucking Bandicoot.
But
Naughty
his
Dog,
has
right?
got to go in instead of sideways when he does
Yeah.
his like
Yeah.
obstacle things. Yeah. I
I'm
love
getting
Crash
mine,
Bandicoot.
but Netflix is going to ruin it.
What is it?
Netflix
Bioshock.
isn't going to ruin it. I don't think they're going to ruin it,
Bioshock.
Ryan.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know.
I don't think they'll ruin it.
Oh.
Mm.
What about you, Gio?
Vapion.
It's a movie. It needs to be a TV show.
Vapion, I don't know if you saw, and for everyone here too, Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War are confirmed to have movie scripts being worked on. So we
Nice.
could see a Horizon Zero Dawn film and
Have any of you
a God
played
of
that
War
game?
film soon.
God of War is awesome. I've
Have
played
any of you played
three
the
of them.
Horizon Zero Dawn
No.
games?
Oh no, no.
Mm-mm.
Both of them are phenomenal.
Hmm.
Like if they wait, did you say, Jake, that they're TVs or movies?
Movies.
Oh.
Hmm.
If they would have done a TV,
I think they're movies.
if they would have done a TV for that, it could have been like The Last of Us level. No joke.
Well, that's the thing I was gonna say. Because Last of Us, they raised the bar on this. And I think TV is the way
Yeah.
to go with a lot of these.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
one thing I wanted to mention, Karen, I think there is a Silent Hill movie. Karen.
Oh no, it's a TV series, Brian.
Yes. Oh, perfect. It's
Yeah.
smart move because there's
Yeah, both
No
of them
way.
are. Sorry, that's my fault. Both of them are TV series.
Silent Hill's amazing, great game, movie, not so much. But no, the thing I want to say, because you guys, I was joking about Uncharted. I wasn't able to be on the John Wick discussion you guys had, but the thing I was going to say about that is that movie, literally John Wick 4. It's just going to sound kind of funny, but that's what that whole movie is. Uncharted. Like seriously, like that's exactly you play the game. Like that whole movie is exactly what playing Uncharted is like. If you watch John Wick 4, and that's watching that movie. It's kind of
I feel like the John Wick movies feel like video games anyway.
Yes,
like,
that's exactly yes.
He's
especially
just
the
fighting
first-
different people, going up more difficult.
Well, and he's
until he
got to
fights
go.
somebody at the end.
He's got to go
yeah.
talk to somebody else to go get a favor
Mhm.
from somebody else. He's got to go here and do a thing, and a lot of that movie is exactly that.
So since we're on the subject of video games, I just want to ask. So they started shooting Mortal Kombat 2.
Really?
Have they
They're
said
starting in June.
anything?
They're starting
They announced that it'll start shooting this year. Sorry,
Correct.
excuse me. Have they said anything about Johnny Cage, whether the character is going to be in the movie or not?
They haven't
or
said anything about the
casting?
movie in general.
Like
Jacob. No one cares.
No,
They do.
that's not true.
they
That's not
have to
true.
do Johnny Cage. Like
Absolutely.
I swear, if they make that movie and Johnny Cage is not in it, they're so incompetent.
Jacob,
Like,
I would,
that's all I'm saying.
it would he's probably going to be the main character.
I would hope so because they need they need something.
They teased it. His poster was the last frame of the first movie.
Right.
If they follow the first movie, he's going to be in it.
They made the movie and they didn't do Mortal Kombat. So I'll say,
and Alan Ritchson is going to play him.
That's actually what they have to do is put Mortal Kombat in the movie. Let's do that.
Agreed.
Was that your casting when we did the casting table?
That was my pick for casting table.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
right, everybody.
Shang Tsung needs to actually shapeshift, do the thing that he actually does.
That is going to wrap up the show tonight. Thank you to everyone who's been watching live, commenting along, joining in on the fun. We really, really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys had fun with drafts like this. They're kind of very short stint. We can do them very quickly and can do a lot more of them. So you're probably going to see a lot more of this style of drafting on the channel. It makes it very interesting. We can do not just movies, but we can do like actors movies and franchises and stuff like that. There's a lot of possibilities that we can do with this. So
I like the secret lists. That was a great idea.
Yeah.
As soon as you saw that made me laugh. I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you don't have to have a board to draft off of, which is it makes it a little bit more fun and interesting to see where it all goes. So but let's do some quick plugs before we wrap it up. Keith, I will start with you and go around the horn. Where can everyone find you online?
Thank you. You can find me thank you everyone for watching. Find me on Twitter at KeithBarnes79 and here on this YouTube channel on various things.
Anniversary trailer.
And you can find me. Oh yeah, including
we got a busy month coming up.
Yeah. Got some great ones we just did. Had a lot of fun talking about the Sandlot. That was a lot of fun. I think that one's up.
Pain and Gain, Holes.
Yeah. Check those out. And then May is crazy. Got a lot of
what movies? Real quick, rapid fire. What movies do we have?
Matrix Reloaded, X-Men 2, Iron Man coming up. Yeah. Another one. Oh, Indiana Jones and what's the fourth one that nobody likes?
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Whatever.
It's the fourth one that no one likes.
That's the subtitle. The fourth one.
Actually,
yeah.
It's entertaining.
So yes,
I'll say that.
Oh yeah, and Bartley and Barnes. Brian, shut up. Bartley and Barnes is coming. Brian,
how long did you guys talk after Jake's house on Friday?
Not long.
Yeah. We've got a plan. We came up with a plan.
Keith, I told them greatness takes time. All right.
Yes, exactly. Listen, we can't rush this. Brian, you're going to be on the first show just for all your mock.
I've never been on it, so.
Yes, you have. I talked about a book.
Just like Whiskey Jedi.
All right, Brian, go ahead.
Ooh.
Be of Alcina, Twitter and Instagram. Certain Point of View with Jake. No Marvel Rewind or Fandalorian. That's done. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't know. So next.
Gio.
On Twitter at Insider Geo. Check out Apocaflix movies and all the short videos. Look out for shorts. I'm going to be pumping those out like you just wouldn't believe. So stay tuned for that. I got some things I want to talk about. Oh, God. So much from CinemaCon. Jesus Christ.
And
I missed all that.
I saw your other one, Gio. That was good. The Peaches.
My Jack Black one.
Terrible carpool karaoke.
You can find me on Twitter at Jacob Bartley824. Also, if you're a fan of the NFL or you play fantasy football, you can check out First Round Fantasy on YouTube. The NFL draft is in 2 days. Starts in 2 days. I'm so excited for it. And Jake, I don't know if you planned that to do a draft this week, but it worked out perfectly. Kind of ties in. But we're going to be covering next week. We're going to start really revving up on First Round Fantasy. So if you're a fan of the NFL, come check us out on YouTube, me and my buddy Gabe. And yeah, we'll be working on stuff for Bartley and Barnes. We'll update soon.
Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at Qui-Gon Jake with 2 N's. Someone else took it before I did. Apocaflix Movies here. Yeah, look, we're live on Tuesday evenings, 7 o'clock Pacific, right here on YouTube. The videos then go up on audio the day after if you'd rather listen to it in podcast version. You can find us everywhere you listen to podcasts, Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff. Yeah, look, there's going to be a lot of additions to the channel in the coming weeks as shorts start coming a little bit more frequent. So check those out. And of course, hit the Discord. We would love to have you a part of the Discord. We have a number of people who watch this video who are not part of the Discord. We'd love to have you aboard. If you don't know what Discord is, check it out. It is this in text form on a daily basis. So hit that link. It's posted in the chat right now. It's also in the description below. And of course, thank you all for watching as usual. We will be back live next Tuesday for another version of Apocaflix Now. Until then, have a great rest of your week. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye, guys.